right, let's do it.
Can you hear us?
Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, the Mandalorian.
The Void.
Ed.
Ed is always our specialist. Hey, now.
Still Ed.
Everyone's having wardrobe malfunctions, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh,
Thank you for stopping by today, Dana.
Super tight, violating clothing, the whole nine.
Gone again? Damn.
it's okay.
What happened?
I can't hear.
You can't hear it all?
I kinda. It's like going in and out of one ear.
My headphones are fluctuating and I like it.
Should we start it over?
No. Why would we do that?
Okay, I got it.
All right. This episode,
All right.
we're going to be talking about all things Renaissance Festival, cosplay,
We do everything real.
fantasy, suspend
The life.
disbelief.
Oh. I had like a whole head thing I had on, but nah, that wasn't gonna fly. As soon as I saw the cashews, I was like, nah.
I mean,
It's
look.
not a podcast.
I mean, it's more effort than Nosen. I mean, you know.
What are
Scott-
you talking about? Look, it took me all of like an hour to put my whole thing on.
He's
and
just
then-
wearing
For
a
all the 5
Grogu
minutes.
shirt and a rock hat. Like,
That's it, man.
I think that's
Switch it
actually
up.
that's actually like the mat from his bathroom that he recognized.
It actually is. Thanks,
Oh, that-
thanks, Ian.
I thought I recognized it.
Yeah, it has a musky smell to it.
So it's good. It adds to the ambiance, of the studio.
I mean, it is technically convention odor. and
Yeah, comic
it
book
goes-
store.
It goes with the theme.
Yes, it definitely does.
You're very colorful, Dana. I like your
I
foxtails.
know. Thank
like
you.
them. It's nice.
I know fun factoids and everything about them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Did you name them?
No, I didn't name them.
Well, new fun factoids. But you-
No, but for the Renaissance Fair, you know how people wear them on either left or the right?
Right.
It signifies if you're single or taken at the
Oh.
fair.
Oh, wow.
But
I
back
didn't
in
know
the
that.
day, prostitutes used to wear them to get the boogies out of them.
Not to be confused with prostitutes.
Because they would wear the actual, like, obviously these are faux, but
Yep.
actual tails. The fleas would go to the live tails instead of going on the girls.
oh,
So that's why-
Interesting.
Women of the night used to wear them.
interesting. Okay.
Well, Eddie, there you go. That's how you get them out.
I always wondered.
Fantastic.
I always wondered how to get fleas off my hoo ha.
Here, I've been just shaving my head.
Yeah. Wrong head, sir.
This whole time, you could have just had foxtails.
Yep.
No, but I think we had a really successful Renaissance Festival this year. Like a lot of really dope costumes.
I think
we had
so,
some
too.
We
fun.
by far had the best group. By
Oh, yeah.
far.
Oh yeah.
100%.
We had the best plan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got a lot of nice photos. The festival itself is a fun time. It travels all over. I know the U.S. and I'm sure other places, but it's kind of like the last roaming carnival, if you would.
Well, this
Yes.
is this in Florida.
Yeah.
This one
But
specifically.
they have like different ones for
Yeah.
Texas, like that the vendors do travel. But this one in particular is just here.
Yeah. Yeah, you search Ren Faire and you're on Google Maps in Florida and it takes you right to Powerline where the festival's at.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we know that other one an hour away. They don't count.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
not.
T.Y. Park or something like that.
Yeah.
I never been there. It's like right next to the.
Yeah, it
where-
happens just before this one. So if you want to go in cooler weather, it runs like through December and
It's not
January.
big though. I don't think.
Is it
I
big?
haven't. I
Okay.
haven't. Well,
We're gonna have to go.
not sure. It's
If
one
it's
of those.
not big, I don't want it.
Size matters.
You might have to just go once,
When it
but
comes to rent
I know. I'll go just to go.
if you have proper winter Renaissance wear, that's about the coolest it's going to get out here in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the Renaissance Festival is concerned, the entire time that it's going on, they have different types of weekends and events where it's themes. So pirates have their weekend, Vikings.
Steampunk is this weekend.
Steampunk. Wenches.
Wenches is next weekend.
Yep.
Ian, you could wear your
Mine-
costume. I'm sure they would
My
appreciate
weekend.
it.
Yeah.
They have a
would.
cleavage contest too, or they used to, but it was rigged.
It was
And
rigged.
It was
Rigged.
rigged
How's it rigged?
because it's based off money. Like on the last round, you have to get donations.
Uh,
And if you have a rich boyfriend, like this little itty bitty girl
Could win.
had,
Right.
she just got 100 from her boyfriend.
Oh,
We lost.
that's
my,
bullshit.
My friend had like nice girls, you know.
I had no.
And we got
Good girl,
ripped.
bad girls.
Ripped. We should have won.
Oh man, yeah, that's some bullshit. Well, we need to go back and get retribution. That's what I say.
they got a heroes and villains, which looks like they're
Yes.
just
Yep.
outright
First weekend of March.
opening
Cosplay.
it to just any cosplay, bring it on
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like a cosplay.
Yeah, I think
themed
that's a
weekend.
good idea. You allow everybody to have their kind of moment in the sun.
I saw
you know.
everything last year, like
Yeah.
everything from
It's
Marvel to
Yeah.
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 Me and Dominique did Hades and Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
that's
her
pretty
husband
cool.
was Meg.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And for people that do proper cosplay, who have multiple outfits, it allows them to go multiple times in multiple outfits.
Right. So what
Yep.
you're saying is Ian isn't doing a proper cosplay? Is that what you were getting at, Eddie?
No, I understand what you're saying.
I think Ian fulfills the role far more than you right now,
Oh,
sir.
listen, hold on a second. I would like to say that I will be putting up the photos beforehand. I was
Ian
in
is
full.
Ian is one zipper away from
Mandalorian.
being in costume.
Yeah,
Peter Pan shadow.
I'm just glad that you guys can't see below the table. 'Cause, yeah, I'm really happy right now.
Yeah, it's very
Those
hurtful
tattoos.
from my perspective.
Yeah, it's
here.
not really much
Yeah.
to look at.
Ian is not wearing the Marvel modesty cloth that Mark Ruffalo made famous
No.
for the sets.
No, I
Did
am
he
not.
really?
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because their suits were much thinner, much tighter, and he was like, "This does not make me comfortable walking
You know-
around."
Oh,
set."
You know
man.
Ryan Reynolds, like during that fire scene, you see it like dangle.
Oh, yeah, you
No.
do.
Yeah, you definitely do.
The Daredevil
You
fight
definitely
scene,
do.
yeah.
You see a dangle.
I never look for dangles,
Oh, no, I
so.
did. Yeah, but I saw
Oh.
it on.
I was on
and
Dangle
I
Watch.
locked in.
You were on Dangle Watch?
I was on
Like, this
Dangle
time I
Watch.
watched it.
I was there with you. I was on
Oh,
Dangle
Eddie,
Watch.
pass that mead. Come on, let's get some mead going here. Hold on a second.
Nelson
What
heard
are
the
we
word
doing?
dangle and he has to drink.
Yeah, I need absolutely do. So we did get this at the Renaissance Festival. It's actual Viking mead.
Yep.
Are you gonna?
You were gonna serve everybody.
No, don't drop it.
You were gonna serve
It's
everybody.
silky.
Oh yeah, Ian's got smooth hands right
Yeah.
now with
I
the full
believe in
body
Ian.
suit.
I believe in Ian.
Do you? Look at this. This is
Believe in
live.
Ian.
This is
It's
live.
going down. This
Let me
is going
know.
down. Smooth,
Let me know when.
smooth.
You let me know.
Good.
You good?
Oh, you did good, bro.
I didn't dribble.
All right.
I'm not a dribbler.
All right, all
I
right.
can't lean back anymore.
So all of these meads typically have like an aftertaste with like some honey or some kind of a fruit.
Well, meat is made
got it?
with honey.
Yeah, with
So what is
fermented
it
honey.
exactly made of?
It's essentially fermented honey, but it's
Ooh.
so they put different flowers, botanicals, and spices for different flavors and things like that. But it is fermented honey is how you make.
So do you
mead.
think that this coupled with mushrooms is what makes the Vikings so lethal on the battlefield?
The Berserkers did used to consume hallucinogenic mushrooms and charge into battle.
Oh,
naked.
yeah.
And I do believe
Might have been the
some,
mead.
some places they did find that they would preserve them in honey so they would last longer. I'm not
Nice.
sure if it makes
Ah.
them more potent, but
Okay.
can't let those mushrooms
Well,
go bad.
Everyone, to a good Renaissance festival this
Yep.
year.
Yep.
And to many more.
Well,
Oh,
Actually, it's good.
oh that is wonderful.
Yeah, and I
That
don't
is-
mind it cold. Eddie was a little
Can we-
scared that it was chill.
Can we shout out the what's the name of the they're in the Keys, right? They're in if I'm not mistaken, the
Yeah, Keys Meads.
Aaron,
Keys
let me have
Meads.
it.
You can see
I
them at
gotta
the
say,
you can
I
see
like
them at
it.
the Florida Ren Fair, and their stuff
Mead.
we sampled them all, and
Yes.
they were fantastic.
Yeah, they had
And-
like a dozen different meads. Then they also had a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
They had
a rum.
Did they have
rum,
the
a
tasting
cognac.
too?
Rum.
we did
Alright.
the tasting.
I
Yeah,
believe they had a vodka too, but I
And
don't
a
know. I'm
cognac,
just not a
right?
vodka, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a vodka guy.
Mm-hmm. No, I enjoyed it all. And the host, whatever his name was, I can't remember.
Tall guy with beautiful hair.
He was awesome. Like, he was fun. He was engaging. And it's one of the reasons why I walked away with a bottle.
I have his
after
card.
drinking.
Your meat tender.
Yes,
Yeah.
my
But
meat.
if you're at the Florida Ren Fair, when you get through the main entrance, just make a right.
Yeah, they're
make
right-
a right. Go up to the
a white
stand.
tent right on the right hand side when you walk in.
They
It'll
literally
get you-
yell,
it'll get you nice
free
and-
liquor.
Yeah.
Free liquor.
Make sure to tip your meat tender.
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
It'll get you
absolutely.
nice and warm to
A
start
nice
out the festival.
huzzah. Oh
Huzzah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Another nice item I was able to walk away from the Ren Fest was an actual axe.
That's nice.
It's handmade. It's steel. Like, it looks like they probably beat themselves with a hammer and put it together. It's actually pretty sharp. I threw it against a tree a couple of times.
It looks like something that you would throw at somebody who's running away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my neighbor is really slow, so I'm waiting for the day she just steps over the property line.
Hey, respect
This
the
is
boundaries.
Florida.
Respect the
This-
boundaries.
No, this is Florida. Stand your ground law.
Yeah.
Does stand your ground law apply to a throwing axe? I don't know.
Why not?
It should. It should. If you're good with it, why not?
Yeah, no, but I think a lot of the vendors there at the Renaissance Festival extremely talented. Whether
Yeah.
it's leather crafting, weaponsmithing,
Glass blowing.
glass blowing,
Yeah.
even the food and the drink
Yes.
that they bring over there. And a lot of these people, you could tell that they really take pride in the work that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know about that bitch ass guy that kept challenging me to a fight. Yeah.
The foam sword guy.
Yeah, foam sword guy. You walk in. He took one look at my braid and my face paint. He was like,
shit.
I was like, I'm good, man, I'm good. And he's like, oh, you just cut your braid off. Tell your girlfriend to find a real man. I was like, oh, motherfucker.
I successfully avoided him 3 times without being insulted. He'd be like, hey, my guy, you wanted sword fight? I'm like, oh, I'm looking for my friend. Oh, he's right over there. And I'm like, skirt
Oh, yeah,
around
the
him.
fighting one?
Yeah, the fighting
Oh,
guy.
yeah, they always try to get me to fight. I'm like, a queen never fights.
That's
And
how
then
you
I
do
whip
it.
my fan.
That's it. So there's that guy.
I want to figure out a way to put a police baton inside the foam sword. Sure, I'll go around with you.
You know what you could do? When I was in the army, this actually happened. We used to have like those American Gladiator like, jousting sticks.
The baton thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the first kid that he was just like, this shit sucks. He just threw it on the floor, charged the other guy, and like Bruce Lee jump kicked him in the air.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
And when everybody realized he didn't get disqualified for that, as a matter of fact, the drill sergeants were like, yeah. Nobody used the baton. It would be like, everybody blow the whistle, drop the baton, and fight.
Yep. It just became sparring match.
Oh,
Why
man.
not?
It was so much fun.
When you get close, drop the fucking baton.
Goddamn right.
What are you better with? Your
So that's
hands
what
or-
you got to do at the Renaissance Festival. Drop your fucking stick.
Is that a
charge
lifetime
him,
ban?
And then jujitsu his
Yeah,
ass.
if I belly to belly German suplex when I get close, is that a disqualification?
Be like, you challenged me, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need your
Yeah.
brain.
I didn't see a waiver anywhere.
I like the tomato insult guy.
He's there all the
He-
time.
Yeah.
His jokes are always so goddamn.
Oh, he
funny.
doesn't hold back.
No.
If
no.
you step up there to throw tomatoes at him, you welcome anything he's gonna
And
say.
if
to
you don't, if you just walk by and you're an innocent bystander, it happens often at the Renaissance Festival. People will just yell at you. It's a part of the experience.
Yep. The carnival barker.
Yes, it's,
Oh, yes.
it's fun.
It's rude and crude. That's the way it's supposed to be. Man.
Absolutely.
It's the most fun.
Yep.
I have to say, the comedy act that you put us to sit
The
down,
watching well wenches.
Yes.
That was good.
they
yeah.
were
The best. Always
hilarious.
make sure to see them and tip them as well. Any
Yeah.
performers always take tips.
Also the
As
poet,
well.
the dirty poet.
The
If you
Dirty
think they're
Poet
good-
was great.
The poet's always fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to catch him next time.
He travels.
The next
He
weekend we
travels
go.
Ren Faire to Ren Faire, but he's
Yes.
good.
I think the Whipper, Jock the Whipper. I follow him on Instagram. I think he's gonna
we're
go
talking.
on March. I think too.
I'll be with
And I
him.
know for sure the weekend after we go, we're gonna he's gonna be there.
Nice.
But if he's there, I want you guys to see him because if you shout out songs, he'll whip them, and they're so good. Like
Jack
he
That's
does
awesome.
Final Fantasy ones.
What?
Yeah, he does all of them. I have to show you guys later.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Jack
that's
the
pretty dope.
Whipper. I'm in.
Jacques the Whipper.
I was
He's
actually
French. He wears the.
I won't hold that against him.
I do like how they do separate, like you've got the adult fanfare fun
Yeah.
stuff and then the for the family stuff. So there's
kids,
something
yeah.
there for everyone, but definitely it's more fun. I find like if it's just the adults,
Yeah.
you're going out, it's silly, getting drunk, eating
There's a bar
food, and there's
crawl.
so much to do out there, you know?
Bar crawl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they walk you around the whole place and
Yeah, but
it's
they
pretty
have all
fun.
fancy.
Oh,
booths
Ian looks
there.
confused. He didn't know they had a bar crawl.
No, I want to do a bar crawl.
Yeah, now listen, I'm down. You know what I mean?
Okay, all
We'll
right.
do a bar crawl.
Let's do it. March
I mean,
5th.
you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just tag along.
They're not going to chase you away. One year we went, we
she's
seen
like
a fire starter girl, and she's twirling fire and stuff like that. But she didn't actually belong to the Ren Fest. She was just standing in the sidewalk twirling fire and juggling shit. One of the security runs up to her, and is like, "What are you doing? Do you have a license?" She's like, "No." He's like, "You can't do this here." She just thought it was like, fuck it, free for all. I just don't know how she got past security with torches and
Props.
yeah.
Why do I have to put a clip on my tiny little knife? But if you can bring fire into the dress,
Hey, it wasn't sharp.
Yeah.
all right.
It wasn't sharp. Walked right on by.
You are correct. Fire is not sharp. It is hot.
And judging from the suit, it is a tiny little knife.
Fair. Fair point, sir. Fair
Alright,
point.
fair.
It is
Don't look down.
It is the standard now
There's no coming back.
to have to piece tie everything. I think after the
Yeah.
Comic-Con pencil in the eye incident, they're like, "Oh, these people's with weapons." I'm like, "Use the pencil." Nobody grabbed a sword or a knife from
Wait.
their costume. He used
Wait
a
a minute.
pencil.
Fill me in on the Comic-Con pencil in the eye incident.
Oh, a couple years back, there was a fight that broke out, and the one person assaulted the other person with a pencil, stuck him in the eye.
Ah, a fight at a Comic-Con. I wonder when it was over.
Yeah.
Who's the better, Superman or Batman? Who'd win in a fight?
Actually, if I had to put money on it, I'd probably think it was between the Star Wars and the Trekkies.
That could
Honestly,
happen.
You'd be surprised. Like a lot
Or-
of fights happen for stupid
Oh,
reasons.
I'm
Cutting lines,
sure.
Yep.
Yep.
everything. I'm
I
not
mean,
even joking.
Some of the things like where you're trying to get into like Hall H, where it's like you've been waiting there for you know
Yep.
6-7 hours hoping to get in. By the time the person you want to see is there,
Yeah.
and somebody gets in line, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
It'll
a
piss
problem.
you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I could see that.
It's even better when they stop the line right before you.
Oh, you're like, but I'm
Oh.
next.
Yep.
I can stand in the back.
And
I'll
especially
be
like,
quiet. I swear.
look, the work it takes to get into one of these costumes, right? And then like you're standing in line or you're walking around and somebody like cuts you off, and you're like,
This is the con.
I've been hot for 3 hours, bro. Those are my nachos.
Yeah.
I am next in line.
Eventually, you just stop caring.
I agree.
I was wearing my Bowsette costume, and like spikes were just falling. I was like, I don't care.
At a certain point,
Don't care.
Yeah.
Let them fall wherever they may.
I can replace it later.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, just taking off my costume, one of my missile
Yeah.
props broke off, and I was like, no, but it's it's a part of what it
Do
is.
cos tests.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some
And walk
walking
around and
around the
stuff.
block and before I go and get everything ready. But for the most part, everything feels really good. I used a lot of different tricks that I learned on YouTube.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff I purchased from Etsy for both my Renaissance Festival and for my Mando costume. A lot of really talented people, but a lot of the stuff comes basic, plain, like 3D printed, and you have to do a lot of retrofitting yourself. And that's where most of the stuff that I've done is all self-taught. From the painting to the only things that I don't do myself are the sewing. I go to a seamstress.
Yep.
They professionally take care of that for me. But I like the whole putting the costume together, seeing it actual, wearing
It's a lot
it.
of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun
From start
come
to
together.
finish,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
And when you're like, oh, I'm done, and then immediately you're like, I need to make another one.
Yeah.
What am I? I put the last piece on. I'm like, what am I doing next? Like, I just handed the man money.
Yeah.
Put the thing on. I'm like, I'm done. All right, next.
What's next?
What's
About how many different cosplays do you think you've gone through over the years?
Well, I've been doing it for almost 20 years,
Nice.
so it's a lot. It's a lot.
lot?
Like enough to where I have storage containers and a closet just for
And
Outfits.
costumes.
Jesus.
And was it your first costume that was completed that you were like, this is for me, I love doing this?
My first. Do you guys ever remember? Because we're all around the same age. Beyblade.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. of
Okay,
course.
so
Yeah.
that was my shit.
Let it rip.
My shit. I love Beyblade.
Beyblade!
So I did a gender bent Ray, which is like the kid that had the drigger.
Right.
The
Careful with that
tiger.
word.
She said drugger.
drigger.
Don't listen to him. Continue.
What happened?
Bad.
A little bit of mead and Ian's off his fucking rockers. Is the suit too tight? Is it cutting off your circulation?
I mean, I know you tell me it's a cut.
Don't look down.
Don't look down.
It's
But
like
yes,
waiting.
I
with,
remember
like,
Beyblade. I do remember Beyblade.
Pass that bottle, bro. We need
That
two
was
more
that was
mead
another
over
one
here.
of those cartoons that needs to get a revamp. Like also
No, they did. They tried to make it. Like,
Beetleborgs.
different.
You remember Beetleborgs? That show was fantastic.
Yep.
Where the hell did it go?
It was so good.
I don't know. It
Robot
was
Beetles?
Yu-Gi-Oh for me. Yu-Gi-Oh for me.
Yeah,
I love
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well,
Good
Yu-Gi-Oh! The original season was
Yeah.
like fantastic.
Yes.
Oh,
Same thing with
yeah,
Beyblade.
man.
Then they
did the
got to
exact
like
same thing.
Yu-Gi-Oh! With the I don't know, they started
Dice,
changing
the
shit
dice
up.
Yu-Gi-Oh is when I drew the line. I was like, enough.
Who was your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Character? For me, it had to be Seto Kaiba. I was
Like
a big fan
Seto.
of Seto. Billionaire boy.
From the
Joey.
first season, it would definitely have to have been Pegasus. He
Oh,
was,
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
like the rich badass with
Yeah.
the evil eye. He took you to the shadow realm. But then when it went further, who was the guy with the white hair?
It was oh my god, Bagora was his
Bagora.
normal name, but he had a different name when the Egyptian god took him over.
Yeah, he was a motherfucker.
And then there was the 3 Egyptian god cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Ra.
Oh yes. And then you had to get all the cards of
Oblivion-
Exodia.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I had an Exodia deck. I used to go to conventions and I used to go to tournaments and played Magic the Gathering. I played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
And I would murder people. The comic book store owners would see me coming.
Did they
and
know
say-
about your murders? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Did you just confess?
At some point, they would tell me like, "Hey, listen, we will pay you to be a judge give you some free packs if you don't play. Because I would jump into the tournament and people would quit. They knew that they weren't going to beat my ass. Oh, I was that guy. And then I would train like other people, like, here, you play with my deck, I play, and we'd split because you would win like a box of cards. Box of cards like $150, $20 to jump into a tournament. So $20, 2 hours later, I get a free box. And like some of those cards are worth a lot of money, like Pokemon.
Shit. Okay.
So like I would go to like Monday here, Tuesday here, Wednesday there, take the cards, sell the cards, make my decks, keep extra cash. Like it was profitable, you know.
Yeah.
So
we didn't know how lucky we were living in the time like Yu-Gi-Oh and like when Pokemon first came out.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
stuff.
It is.
What would you say, Ian, your favorite cosplay has been so far? Because you have done a couple yourself.
I mean, I'm doing The Witcher again. I kind of want to make that my thing because I'm a big Witcher fan.
Nice.
Good on reliable.
Yeah.
Like Black Hat was
But
mine.
this last one we just did, the Viking, that was my favorite one because that was the first time that like I actually took the time to like, okay, I'm gonna cut the fucking fur and use leather straps to tie it around my boots. Like I was like, what?
You?
I got the fur for my boots. Yeah.
She said,
That's it. It was definitely me and Steve. They're making.
You'd see her helped out a lot. Yes, you did. You did.
Proud
You did.
cosplay mom of my
With the
children.
chains and
With
stuff, you guys
everybody.
definitely helped with some additions, but
it's okay, man. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro.
I cut the strips from my boots.
Behind every good man is a better woman.
He
Fair.
feather fanned them like, you guys hot?
Fair.
You good?
But it was more intricate. Like there's more things, there's more moving parts with this one, and I
gotcha.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one
Next
more.
year will be better. Like it's you
get progressively better. Yes.
into it, and you get so excited that you start thinking about next year's.
Yeah.
And you just want to build on that.
Yeah, I agree. Like this being my first Mandalorian build, I'm building a second one now, and I'm building a female one, and I already now have a good idea of the process, do's and don'ts, things. Just even wearing my own costume, like I put missiles sitting outside of my wrist, and I realized that when I flex my wrist, it's an easy point to break. So I was like, aha, keep everything inside of the gauntlet. You know,
You learn.
you learn those things along the way. So I'm enjoying it. What about you? What's your favorite cosplay to date?
Well, I love my Viking. I honestly feel like I like the Renaissance fairs a lot
It was
more
pretty dope.
Yeah.
than the actual conventions. Sort of say, like the older I get, the more into the Renaissance fairs I like, just because I can be more free with my creativity.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
I literally threw this together in 5 minutes with
And
just the
you-
stuff that I had.
That's
compared to all my other stuff that
And
like
there's almost like
for
an
anime and
a
everything.
overall theme as well. So like everybody in general is walking around with a general theme that all still fits together as well. So it's not like people from all over the different universe. You walk in and you're like, yeah, you know what? Pirates and barbarians, they all work
Yeah, well,
together
just-
with the Renaissance
Just
and
like
the
what-
wizard guy over here. Like
Yeah.
this matches somehow.
Somehow.
Like what Ian was saying, how like at the convention is probably like a fight between Star Wars and Trekkies.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all just a bunch of weirdos at the Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
So nobody's really
Oh, yeah.
judging.
Yeah.
So
You're not
you
that
can wear
passionate
whatever
about,
you
you know, you're
want.
not like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, it's just a lot more free. But
Right.
for comic conventions, I have to say probably Black Hat.
yeah. I haven't heard
Like,
about someone getting stabbed in the eye by a
go-to.
pencil, not at the Ren Fair.
No.
There's
Everybody's
been
just
no.
drunk and happy, looking
Yeah.
at boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
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 No argument there.
There's no reason to be angry. Like there's so many
All the
good
good food.
comedic acts.
Yeah.
It's just
Like,
good energy.
Yeah,
good
it
energy.
really is. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a guy run out and put on some briefs and yell to the audience, and like
Yeah.
it was fucking funny. It was good. What about you, Ed? What's your favorite
Today.
I mean, this is essentially the best full outfit I've done thus far.
Nice.
I
The
can't
robe?
wear the hood while I'm wearing the headphones. I have my little daggers and everything up here as well. But
Sacrifices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same, man. I don't have
They
my
were
mask
my
on.
ears.
But that is the truth about cosplay. You will be making sacrifices.
Yep.
Things will be tight. Things will be strapped to you.
You will be hot.
You will be hot. But
Yes.
you, at the end of the day, like, I think the most satisfying thing that comes when wearing a dope cosplay is when somebody's like, can I take a picture with
Yep.
you?
Yeah.
That is
Always
the
make sure to
best
say thank
feeling.
you.
Yes.
When
yeah.
they take a picture, say thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is so much fun. That's like somebody like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I really love what you did there. So we got a couple of those at the Renaissance Festival. I like that. That made me feel good.
Yeah, once one person stopped by the table to take a picture,
There
it
was like a whole
and they were
horde
like,
of
"Get
them."
everybody together!" And like
Yeah.
the whole group, there was like 14 of us. They were like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute!" And then another person's like, "That's a big group. Can I get a
Yeah.
pic?
Yeah.
Can I get a picture also?" It really starts
And that's-
bringing people
That's
around.
basically
Yeah.
what happens
Yeah.
at a convention. If somebody has a good cosplay, one person will stop to take a picture, and then everybody else comes, and then there's this like a wall.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever got into any cosplay contests yet?
I don't think I'm that good, and honestly, I just enjoy the craft. I don't
Right.
need to like. People want me to start like an OnlyFans for cosplay or do something, sell pictures. Not like that.
There are different
Not like
different
that.
versions of it, Ian.
But
It's
I,
not.
He
It's
said,
not all nudity, Ian.
Yeah.
I don't see. I do it for the pride of myself. Like
Sure.
I like creating outfits. If they look good to me, it's good. And plus, they're held together with a whole lot of hope and haku. So there's no way
Yeah.
if I get judges actually looking at my shit.
Nice. Well, me, I plan on
Yours,
joining
yes.
the Mandalorian Mercs.
Yep.
Which is a local troupe, and because what I like what they do too is not only do they do the conventions, but sometimes they'll do like they'll go to the hospital, they'll go to
Well, it's like the
schools.
Ghostbusters crew.
They do a lot of things to give back to the community with their costumes and shit, and I'm all for it. I like it. You know, my daughter's already in college doing her thing, so I can see myself like, hey, giving back a little bit and having fun while I'm doing it, looking like a badass. So
You're not going. You're not going to the monthly orgy, are you?
I mean, you have to.
Oh,
That's
it's
kind of
required.
part of
Okay.
the requirement. Just
Yeah.
Mandalorian helmets and
Yeah, that was-
yogurt pretzels.
Yogurt pretzels.
Yeah, because
okay.
those are the natural aphrodisiac of the Star Wars.
Yes. Yeah, they,
No.
you know. Yeah. Now some people are really intricate with their costumes, and that's why I don't know. I don't think I would ever like unless
Some
I put
people
like
are very perfectionist.
like thousands
I
of
can
dollars.
With
Like,
some of
it's-
them.
Yeah.
I used to make like diagrams and then plan out everything, but now I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
there was a girl at the Ren Faire. I think it was last year when I went with Sierra and my brother, and her costume was like it was some kind of golden goddess theme, and it was ridiculous. The fact that she was able to move in it, the fact that she was doing it in the heat,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
she had she would like make a pose and like these wings would spread open, and it was like she was in her costume.
That is
It wasn't like she was
sick.
wearing it, like she was
Yeah.
like. And like I was like, how the hell are you
That's sick.
moving? Like it was like her dress looked solid and golden. I was like, I can't even
Yep.
like.
Yeah,
There's so many colors. There were so many intricate things on the costume. I was like, that's thousands of dollars that
Yeah.
that girl's
Oh,
wearing.
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it was unbelievable.
And then time. The amount of
Yes.
time
Yeah,
to
that-
make all those things
the
work.
fact because I didn't see any strings on her, I was like, how are your wings? I was like, whatever.
It's probably got to be somewhere back
It was
there.
something. I was like, something is moving those, and I don't understand how
There
it's
has to be
happening.
something.
That I mean, I stopped somebody as I was walking around with my barbarian outfit, and he had his shield strapped to his back, and I was like, "Dude, you mind if I see your rig?" Because I wanted to
Yeah.
see how he strapped his shield because
How much they charge you? Is it rig?
it was free 99.
All right.
He said, "If you don't
Asking
mind
for a friend.
reaching around here, I'll show you my rig." I was like, "All right, it's worth it."
Hey, you're at the fair.
Yeah.
Win the room.
No, but I wanted to know because I was carrying my shield, and I was like, I'm
Gets
gonna make
heavy.
this sacrifice of the heavy hand by the end of the day. But I was like, that would be a much better way of walking around the Ren Fest. Is it strapped to my back like a book bag?
You know what you could have done too? So after the first time I carried a shield, I had just like a handle. I added Velcro, so it straps here, and I can just walk with it.
Yeah, and it just kind of hangs on your arm. That's smart.
So
That's
I just
smart.
hold. I mean, I'm gonna be holding the handle anyway, but like this way, I don't have to hold it so tightly.
Yeah. People don't know. It's like you give pain for your passion. You know,
Yes.
like
Yep. Eyes are burning from the makeup.
You
just
don't.
use,
You don't
From the
eat all
contacts.
day.
Yep.
You don't drink all day.
God forbid you use the bathroom.
You don't. You don't.
You can't.
Trying
I'm
to
telling you
shit
right
in a
now.
fur cape was a new challenge I've never experienced.
If I'm
yet.
wearing this Mando
never.
suit and I have to use the bathroom, it's like I might as well go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to take
Yeah.
20 minutes to take everything off, have a second person there to hold and watch my shit. Like,
That's Black Cat, and
Yeah.
Black Cat is a leather suit. I
Yeah.
mean,
I was just terrified.
You go in there one time and you come out one time. That's it. No.
I mean, and you know the prep time, like for the costumes, some of them, like it took me about a year of work to put mine together, learning along the way, throwing some things out, figuring some things out along the way, what paints work best with each other. The sanding process for 3D paint like is ridiculous. I think the bulk of the work I put into my costume was sanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 3 months of like every day for 2 hours, come home, throw on a podcast, Sofa Kingdom, and then sand.
Yeah, yours came out so good. Like I don't have the time for all that. I really don't. I slap it together, throw paint on it.
I appreciate it. I
Those good
appreciate it.
pictures.
You know what it was too? I was a little naive to how much work it was gonna actually go into it. So once I spent that initial chunk of money, I'm like, I'm gonna finish this shit.
You get determined.
Yeah. And I did. How about you? Like, for your cosplay for your Witcher?
No, there's some more things I want to do. There's some more accessories I want to get. Like I know I wouldn't mind getting like a little bag / satchel or something like the Witcher wear, like leather. I wouldn't mind upgrading the boots. You know, the boots definitely take an upgrade.
One thing about the Witcher is they do make all of the actual, like they make his 2 swords, they make the pouches, they make all his specific items that
was it you that pointed out to me? Because they at the last Ren Faire they had one of Geralt's swords. I believe it was the silver sword.
Now
design.
Now it was the foam one that you can walk around having to piece tie, but you can find like metal ones as well. But like all of the little bits and pieces out of the books in the game, you can actually find. So you could walk in there with like, this might as well be the official outfit of Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
Here's what we could do. I just thought about it. I just had a brainstorm. All right, here we go. Here we go. We get everybody together, right? We go back to the Renaissance Festival, right?
Got it.
Everybody has to have a foam weapon of sorts, right? We challenge the guy, right? One guy goes in, 14 jump in. We just climb over the rafters and beat them with foam swords. I'd be like, yeah. I mean, that would be great.
So we're highwaymen next time.
Yeah, bro. That's what we do.
We're here to rob everybody.
That's right. That's right. You just yell like, one for all and all for one. Like,
You're taking this musketeer thing seriously.
You wanted to do the musketeer.
He did.
Really do.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
He was sending us musketeer outfits.
I was saying those musketeer outfits look pretty top tier. Though.
And I've mentioned it as well that I want to try to do that one for plausibly the next one.
I think it's a good idea.
I want to do a mouseketeer.
Okay, fine.
I mean, we can all do musketeers next year. Like, you could do a mouseketeer.
Yeah,
If you guys want to do that, if you guys want to
adjacent.
do that, I'll do it.
All right.
We gotta decide who's gonna be Porthos, who's Athos, who's Aramis.
All right. Well, which one's the best one?
I don't know, man. Depends on what you like.
Was it?
Best.
Was there D'Artagnan?
D'Artagnan.
Oh, wow. There's gotta be a D'Artagnan.
I'll be D'Artagnan.
I was gonna say.
I like that one.
I believe officially in the book it's 3 musketeers, but it's a dude and then 3 musketeers.
Yeah, because D'Artagnan was kind of like their apprentice.
So
that
like,
became
technically
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
4 of them.
He was kind of their Lancelot. Like D'Artagnan was the one that brought the squad back together from the brink of obliviation. You know what I mean? Like,
Obliviation. I like that. I like that.
I'll be making up words.
I like that
I
verb.
do that. Yeah,
the
yeah,
word
yeah.
that came from
No,
the
there
void.
was actually a show that came back. It was a Three Musketeers reboot TV show.
Yeah.
That's where I was sending you the costumes from because
that's-
theirs look more authentic.
That's
than,
a good question. What's your favorite Three Musketeers related thing? Because there's movies, shows.
I
all
like that
sorts of-
one movie that can't remember
Are you
who
gonna
was
say it? Leonardo DiCaprio? Are you gonna say it?
Oh, yeah, what's
Are you
that
gonna say
one?
Man in the Iron Mask? Are you gonna say it?
Oh yeah,
Because that's what I was gonna say.
That was just a Musketeer movie.
That movie is fantastic. That's got John Malkovich.
Oh
That movie's great. Yeah.
I would say Chevy Chase
I can't remember the.
He's gonna be in
from the
on
Three
it.
Amigos.
Oh, really? Maybe a rendition.
Yeah,
that is one I haven't seen there yet. It's the Three Amigos.
bro. I mean,
You
we
gotta
could
see it before
pull that shit
MegaCon.
off. It's sequence.
I have seen.
I would be nervous pulling that
Mariachi
off.
hats.
Yeah. You guys could fucking pull it off.
Hold on.
I don't know how.
Hold on a second. That movie
gotta
was
look it up.
Martin Short.
Oh, you fair.
Chevy Chase.
Three white guys. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on,
fine.
man.
Fair.
You can absolutely do that.
I have seen a furry in plate mail being walked around with a collar. I have seen that at the Ren Fair.
I don't know if that's Ren Faire friendly, but
Hey, nobody was stopping him.
people are doing it.
Was the ass cut out of his costume?
It might as well have been.
You guys are gonna be hot as fuck in that.
Right? But tell me that wouldn't be a fucking cool ass costume to walk around in.
You guys are gonna die.
I walked around in.
Y'all are gonna
I
die.
walked around in
corduroy, right?
all black with a hood the whole time I was
It
there.
looks like
yeah.
either like suede
Yeah,
and
you guys are gonna have
sequence
to,
or corduroy.
Like, cut the butt out so you can have like wind flow going.
I'm all for cutting the ass out of the costume.
I bet you are.
I'll cut the ass out of everything I wear.
Now, one thing for as expensive as
This I don't doubt, my
as
friend.
the outfits
That's a black
can
boy
be,
too.
and really to walk in with just a generic outfit doesn't cost much.
Yeah, yeah.
$50 you could probably walk in with a generic outfit.
Yes.
Yeah,
You get
absolutely.
I get everything on Amazon.
Yeah.
I literally bought everything on Amazon except for the tails
Yeah.
and the corset. That's it.
Yeah, and you could put these things together pretty nicely.
Shine has a bunch of like armor, like leather armors and stuff
Yep.
like that. Stupid cheap.
Yeah, nice.
It's the same thing that you buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'd say what do you think? Maybe half the people have some kind of an outfit on.
I would say
It
so.
really
Almost half.
It
But
really
you don't
is.
have to have a costume.
Yeah,
You don't. You can just come.
You don't. You can just go as
And
you are,
enjoy.
and you can buy an outfit while you're there. There's
Two
plenty
of
of
the people in our
vendors.
group did.
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of ability to buy an entire
Boss man.
outfit while you're there, and and they will finish the customization, like some of the barbarian stuff you had got. You tried on, and then they punch the holes to be the appropriate size for you.
They do that for the kilts too.
Yeah.
They size the kilts.
A lot of people that work there, if you look at what they're wearing, it's all can be bought
theirs.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
can
yeah.
be bought there.
Yeah. And I think that's good because they support the community that they're in. The biggest thing about the Ren Faire and the cosplay community is that everybody just goes to have fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you really rarely
Good times, good vibes.
find somebody that's gonna stab you in the face with a pencil.
Yeah.
You know, a few far and in between assholes.
Yeah, that's
but-
definitely a Comic-Con thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a Ren Faire thing.
Wrath of
You
Khan.
can get like drunk and disorderly and get kicked out. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like the worst because there's so many security guards and
Yeah.
police officers.
Yeah. No, but for the most part,
A lot
chill
of
time.
security in kilts, I gotta say.
Yeah, well,
I mean, at least they go along with the theme.
Yeah, there was a good few of them wearing
Those
kilts.
are like the fair people.
Yeah,
Yes.
The fair security.
You gotta air it out,
Yes.
bro. You gotta air
you
it
do.
out.
Yeah, you know.
Now, if you guys wore a kilt, would you wear it properly?
I
know you
mean,
would.
I've never
You can
worn.
wear
I know.
that.
Yeah, I know.
I've
you
never
would.
worn one, so I wouldn't know how to go about it. to
No
be
undies.
honest.
You let your
Oh, you gotta wear
No
no
undies.
undies. Oh,
Free
I mean,
ball.
yeah,
Free
yeah.
ball.
Freemason style.
yeah.
And then if the wind comes,
The wind comes.
That's why they have the little bag that sits right in front
Right.
to keep the front down.
Well,
Yeah.
that doesn't always work. I'm telling you right now.
I don't want to steal tips from the people that are working there. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I don't want all those $1 bills to come my way and then nobody gets any. I don't want to do that to those guys. I'll wear some boxers.
How kind of you.
You're not doing it right.
I don't like the
You have to
dirty
be
look I'm getting over
authentic.
there. Ian, he's like, how can you?
Must
fucking
be nice,
asshole?
you know. Hey, you know.
Fucking
You gotta
dick
do
bag.
authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucker.
Oh man, no, I can't wait till next year. I was gonna go again, but I'm gonna be going.
Is it lonely up on Big Cock Mountain, huh?
Why, yes, it is.
All right, I'll let it go.
Oh my god.
Oh, you done with it? Okay.
Yo, that meat is good, bro. I'm telling you, man.
It is. It is.
Right? I'm not mad at it. How much we got left over there, Eddie?
About half a bottle.
I should have brought my Krupnik.
What's that?
That's the liquor I bought there. It's a traditional Polish liquor. It's made with let me do a quick
Yeah, have fun
Hold
with
on.
that. Yep, you can't do it. You
No,
have to
yes
cut-
I can. Hold
No,
on.
you can't.
No, you give me a minute.
Right now, I've
Technical
done that.
difficulties with
I've
his
done that. You
nylon
can't do
costume.
it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Bro.
You got to do like Tom
Exactly.
Holland, and you got to use your nose to move it around.
I've
Really?
done that in
Yeah.
Black Cat and Harley Quinn.
Holy shit.
He's working it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It won't work. I'm telling you.
he complained that his
I believe it.
Spider-Man, the gloves
Yeah.
are sewn in, and then he had Andrew Garfield there, and he just pulled his hands out of his suit because the gloves are separate. He's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
He's like, you can do that?
we solved this. Why can't I use my hands?
In one costume, I cut little finger holes.
Just to be able
man.
to.
That's great.
Well, yeah, you have to be on your phone,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
at some point.
You know what? Before Ian gets that done, let's see.
Try tapping it with your.
I can't
Don't you
take
fucking dare.
anything seriously right now.
I'm going to get this done.
Oh
This
my god.
is one example of a cosplay struggle.
Yes.
Yes.
You suffer for your art, ladies and gents.
So
Struggle
while
is
while
real.
Ian is doing that with his nose, I did want to really quickly address AntMan Mania
I was going to ask you about that.
because
It's fantastic.
I thought it was great. The critics were bombing it.
Why? What was their
And
criticism?
I
of it?
don't understand why. See, because when you watch Love and Thunder, they're like too much comedy, not enough action, not enough seriousness. Ant-Man Mania rolls around, and it's not enough comedy. They're taking themselves too seriously, and there wasn't enough screen time for Kang, which that I can agree with because he was such a fantastic villain. He portrayed the role so perfectly that you wanted more villain on the screen. But the movie overall was fun. It was action packed. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't understand what the critics are talking trash about. There were a couple little Thor: Love and Thunder
There
moments.
were critics
you know?
like they're out of touch. They don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing with their. I'm like, this makes no sense. The movie was fantastic, and Kang, what a motherfucker! I
Yeah.
mean, he
Really?
played that role
Yep.
fantastic.
Even Michelle Pfeiffer, who wasn't
Yes.
in a suit, stole the show sometimes. Like
Yeah.
she was fucking good. A couple of special guest appearances, 2 end credit scenes, no spoilers.
thank you.
I say go watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yep.
see it
Fuck the
eventually.
critics.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And even the audience score is at 85%. whereas the
critics was
were,
under 50. It
Yeah,
was
they
like
were-
a
they were
48,
bombing it.
49 thing.
Who really gives a fuck what the critics think?
Yeah, no.
So anyway, Krupnik is a traditional sweet alcoholic drink. It's based on grain liquor and it's made from honey. It's popular in Poland and Lithuania. That's what I picked up.
Ah, yes.
Okay,
yes.
all right. And what's it taste like?
It's delicious. Tastes like honey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's,
Okay.
it's got a really it's a stronger. It's like a sweet liquor, but it's like 50% alcohol.
I mean, I was 12 for 12. I liked each one of the meads that they rolled
yeah,
out.
he
they
didn't
were
give
all
yeah
good.
he didn't give me anything that I disliked.
It-
No, the
it
one
wa-
that
it
tasted
was-
like tequila was harsh.
Mm,
That was a
but
tough drink.
for tequila, it was probably the
Yeah.
favorite tequila I've ever had.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of tequila.
That's fair. That's fair.
Me either.
Buy up while you can.
Yeah, but the rest of them, I have to say.
Well,
they
I
were
did.
on par.
I walked out with the bourbon, and then what was the
Just
other
buy more.
the second bottle on the list there, the one that was bottled in a bourbon
It was
cask.
like elderflower. No, yeah, the bourbon
Old
barrel one.
Fitz.
Yes.
The Old Fitz.
I left with a bottle of the Old Fitz, and I left with a bottle of the Krupnik.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
new fits. Yeah.
I like the old mead. I'm just a snob.
Fair.
All right, guys. To wrap it up, in the future,
I never
one
wrap it up.
Go to the
cosplay,
Renaissance Fair.
one Renaissance Fair costume, either one. What would you like to put together and build out that you'd like to see yourself in?
Huh.
Man.
All right. And while you guys are thinking,
I can do it.
go for it, Ian.
I'd like to do Guts from Berserk.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
it's a lot of moving parts. Like one, you need to like make your sword. That I saw a kid that did one.
There
while I
was
there.
there was a budget guts.
There was a budget.
There was
Guts.
a budget guts.
Very budget though.
Now here's
Yeah,
the thing.
Nikes on. Yeah, Nikes
Did he
on.
get all up in
Listen,
them?
if you're going budget, you got to go super budget. You got to be in there with like cardboard
Yeah.
that you painted yourself. Like
Right.
if it's gonna be cheap, it has to be 100% cheap.
But that sword though, it's gonna take a lot of cardboard.
And
Yeah.
I've seen people do it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
A dowel rod, some duct tape, and some paint. You can get
Really?
it done.
Interesting.
that's
Okay.
fair.
So,
I
gut.
want to do Guts' sword. Yeah.
All right. So nuts to butts and gut. What about you, Eddie?
Yes.
Besides the Three Musketeers, I've been also looking at an Assassin's Creed build.
Okay, I can see that.
You gonna go original Assassin's Creed like the white robe, or are you gonna?
Ooh, see, that's the part that's tough to choose because there's like 12 games.
Yeah.
And there's like a dozen outfits in each game. I mean, you have all the way from the American Revolution all the way back to ancient Egypt in terms of outfits you can go on with picking from.
Right.
So it's tough to even narrow it down to like which one would you even go with.
Plus, you might have to customize that little. Wrist,
they make 'em.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Etsy
They
Etsy
do.
makes them,
Etsy makes
Alright.
everything.
and they work.
Oh.
They- In and out with the wrist blades.
They work.
They
oh,
work.
Fuck.
Fully functioning wrist blades.
How they gonna put a wrist tie on that fucking?
that?
They just don't have to know.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was even looking at it for
They won't
this
know.
for the bracers instead. Because the hood, you just gotta add little peak to the hood and the wrist blades, and that's it. That's Assassin's Creed right there.
Yeah, that's true.
But all the way they do the outfits, it's really the iconic look of the hood and then the blades.
Okay. All right.
And from there, that's basically it.
Nice. What about you, Dana? What you got in mind?
Well, I have like a whole cosplay book of like what I want. It's all organized by like category. If I knew you were gonna ask that question, I would have brought my book. 'Cause
Do you
there's
have
just a lot.
Do you have one that you're working on for the next thing?
For the net? So I bought my wolf ears because I want to do a Fenrir Viking
Nice.
for next year. Because I usually do more Queen Regal, but next year I want to do more Blood Warrior
Nice.
Yep.
type and
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
my wolf ears. So I'm gonna do something with that. Just a lot more blood and battle style. I want to do a lot of anime waifus,
Okay.
to be honest.
You do walk
Is
around.
it really easy?
You do walk around with the cup, the water bottle with the big.
Oh yeah.
You do.
I
do.
love my waifus, but I also want to do I want to do my Black Cat again, my other version of the Harley. There's just a lot of things.
Nice.
A
All
lot
right.
of things and stuff.
I'm
like
with it.
for MegaCon, me and my best friend are doing Cosmo and Wanda.
Nice.
Just
Okay.
because a nice easy cosplay or like the Rogue,
Parents.
the Rogue Teen Titan, Rogue X-Men from
Yes.
like the old movie or not movies, show.
The cartoon.
Yeah, when they were in high school. I want to do
Yeah.
that Rogue.
That's
Okay.
dope. Yeah, that's a good.
Oh,
Costume
the
too.
goth,
female-
the
female,
goth rogue. Is that the one you're talking
yes.
about? Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I want to do like a female Cyclops. I want to do a lot of gender bend stuff.
Nice. Okay, I like that. I like that.
What about you?
For me, for Renaissance Festival, outside of the Musketeers, I would do a Robin Hood.
Yep.
I can definitely lean into like a
I want to do
hooded
one of those too,
Robin Hood.
like the Disney Fox Robin Hood though.
The men,
Oh my God, Eddie, you got Prince John all day. You could be a Prince John. That's the tiger with the crown. And
Hey, if we're all suiting up in tights, boys, I'm with it. You know, you already know.
oh wait, are you talking about Men in Tights edition?
Oh, absolutely.
We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking for fights. Fights.
I showed Sierra that movie. It was the best. I was
Oh,
singing.
that movie is so great.
Yeah,
okay,
not a
all
bad
right.
idea. Not a bad idea.
And I do like armor, so I would go Marvel style. I want to do an Iron Man. I think I want to do an
Yours
Iron Man
would look
build.
really
Yeah,
cool.
I think I can definitely mess around with that.
You have to
so.
wait till like the hotels are joining for that. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, no, and just doing this little walk around here, traversing.
Yeah, you see, I was right.
And
Correct.
you know what it is? Some of it has to do with the field of vision that I have here too. Because I feel comfortable walking, but because one, I have to take off my glasses. So then I really am limited seeing, and then my field of vision gets limited.
Yeah.
I would probably need a guide to go around Comic-Con for
People do that.
for the
Oh
day.
yeah, people absolutely do.
To make sure that I'm not like smacking into people, because if like a little kid ran up to me, I'd be like, "Stomp!"
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, watch
I don't see
anything.
you,
Watch
yeah.
anything that Adam Savage does. Half of the time, he needs somebody walking him around because he's in like a giant suit where it's like
Yeah.
you have a hole this big that's hidden behind fur,
Yeah.
so people can't see where you're looking from.
Yeah.
And he's just holding somebody's shoulder, like, "Where are we going? Don't
Yeah.
bump me
do
into
that,
people."
Like,
Yeah.
like for big
Big
builds and
cons.
stuff. Yeah, they have like a handler. Like I have handlers.
Yeah, I had a guy when I was reading his article about the Mandos. He was like, the biggest problem they have is jetpacks.
Yeah.
Because people don't realize, and they'll tug on your jetpack
Yeah.
to tell you to like nicely, hey, I want to get a picture. So they'll grab your jetpack.
No.
And it can like shift all of your gear because you're tied into a vest.
Yeah.
So then it pulls everything up. It's like a
That's when
Mandalorian
that's when you
wedging.
turn around, pencil.
Hence
The,
Right in your fucking eye.
the pencil.
the big foam suit Grim Reaper guy had two people walking him
There's-
around.
There's two very big cosplay rules. You never touch,
Yep.
and cosplay is cosplay is not mean consent.
Yep.
Right.
Like you
Yeah,
ask for pictures and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you with big builds that you're wearing,
Yeah.
you have to have your hands free. So
Yeah.
like you have to have a handler,
Yeah.
especially because you're gonna be stopped for pictures a lot.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
You need somebody to hold your stuff and to kind of keep an eye.
All the
and just be
weapons
like,
and all the
Yes.
accessories and
You-
all
you
the
need a
other
handler.
nonsense
Yeah.
you're walking around with.
No, and like when I put it on out there, like I didn't even put on. There was like a couple of pieces that I didn't put on, straps for my weapons, for my gun, for my thing that I built so that when I am walking around, I can attach like my mace here, put my gun in the
And then
holster.
quick access for
yeah, and
pictures.
then I have access to
release.
things. Yeah, yeah. So I really used a lot of tactical army gear with like little hooks and
Yep.
clinches and stuff like
Carabiners
that.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
makes sense. You're supposed to be,
Space
a
bounty
space
hunter.
bounty hunter.
Yes.
So some of that should kind of apply.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. This was a really fun
This is the best episode.
podcast.
I loved it.
I'm biased though.
It only took how many episodes to actually talk about cosplay with the person that does cosplay?
Yeah, that's true.
So Dana, thank you for joining us. We really
Anytime.
appreciate it. Eddie, take it away. Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast, where you can find all of us on our podcast,
What happened
on
there?
iTunes,
The hell?
on Spotify.
He's having a stroke.
Brain aneurysm.
Social media is
Social media. Boom.
Sofa Kingdom OFC,
Yeah.
and YouTube is Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Thank you, Eddie.
I
Fix
think
it.
the heat was getting to Nelson, even though he's
Bro.
not even in an outfit anymore.
No. It was
Hey,
the heat
and
the
one
meat.
day when
And
we
the
have
meat.
your brother on, we'll talk something, I don't know, medical or fight related.
We
Could,
Yeah.
maybe.
Anime.
Maybe.
I-
We could do
No,
that.
his
do
brother
love-
is like a legit badass.
He's a legit
nicest
fighter,
guy.
and we
legit
talk
badass.
video games.
He was
every
before his
time.
neck fusion. Now I can kick his ass.
Is that a
that's
challenge?
fucked.
Yeah. First move, guillotine. Oh.
What a dick. We
Sorry,
don't support
Shay.
this, Shay.
Sorry, Shay.
We don't support
Hey, I
that.
gotta go for a quick victory.
But if he goes to take you out, I'm grabbing
Yeah.
your PlayStation and smashing it.
No.
She said no.
No.
Xbox for life.
Oh god.
No.
Oh god.
PlayStation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
PlayStation all day. I think you're talking about Xbox.
You know, she got offended. She's like, no.